Hello, how are you? This is Hina from Team Vallath, and this is how we will wrap up African literature. Before that, look at my mehndi. It is our auspicious festival of Tej today, because of which we apply mehndi, do puja. I love Indian culture. I love the different traditions and expressions that are used to decorate our lives, right? Okay, let's move on with the quiz based on African literature. As I told you, now after every series completion, we shall do a quiz based on it and a lot more. Okay, so let's start with question number 1. Makak is a character in option A, Dream on a Monkey Mountain, B, Things Fall Apart, or C, The Lion and the Jewel. I have done this summary. You should know it. Makak is from option A, Dream on a Monkey Mountain, written by Derek Walcott. And here, Makak despises himself for being black. If you haven't seen the summary of Dream on a Monkey Mountain, kindly click on this link here. You can see the link of YouTube. Kindly click on it and you will directly reach to the summary of Dream on a Monkey Mountain. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. The Interpreters is a novel by A. Soyinka, B. Ben Okri, or C. Jhumpa Lahiri. The Interpreters is by option A, Wole Soyinka. Now see, Wole has actually written only 3 novels in his life, out of which one is The Interpreters, because Wole is primarily a playwright, right? And if we talk about The Interpreters, it is set in 1960s Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, this takes us to question number 3. Obi Okonkwo is the protagonist in A, Things Fall Apart, B, Arrow of God, C, No Longer at Ease. Tell me, Obi Okonkwo is the protagonist in option C, No Longer at Ease, a 1960 novel by Nigerian author Chinua Achebe. And what does No Longer at Ease depict? It is the story of an Igbo man, Obi Okonkwo, as we just read about him, Obi Okonkwo. It is the story of Obi, who feels conflicted, tied up between his African culture and Western lifestyle. And in the end, he takes a bribe. This is where the story of No Longer at Ease revolves. Okay, let's move on. Question number 4. John Thompson is a character in I have done it. You should know it. John Thompson. Where did we find him? A, Devil on the Cross. B, A Grain of Wheat. Or C, none of the above. I've done it, so I know it. John Thompson is from B, A Grain of Wheat. Well, John Thompson is a white settler and administrator of a village called Thabai. Okay, and he is anti-African. He is pro-British. He believes in the ideals of colonial civilizing mission. Okay, and if you want to see the summary of A Grain of Wheat, which I have done very recently on YouTube, kindly click on the link below. Okay, aage badhe. Question number 5. Who wrote Kongi's Harvest? A, Achebe, B, Soyinka, C, Paul Gilroy. Kongi's Harvest is a play written by option B, Wole Soyinka. It is a 1965 play. And here we will meet President Kongi. Who is President Kongi? He is the director of an African developing nation. Okay? Yes. Let's move on. Question number 6. Nwokocha Agbadi is a character in Agbadi. You know him. We just did it. A, Things Fall Apart. B, The Lion and the Jewel. C, The Joys of Motherhood. Nwokocha Agbadi is from C, The Joys of Motherhood. You got it right. Well, Nwokocha Agbadi is a very proud, handsome, and wealthy local chief. And the basis of this novel, The Joys of Motherhood, is, quote, necessity of a woman to be fertile and above all to give birth only to sons, right? To watch the full summary of The Joys of Motherhood, click on the link. Let's move on to question number 7. An African Elegy is a poetry collection by A, Chinua Achebe, B, Ben Okri, or C, Derek Walcott. An African Elegy is a poetry collection by option B, Ben Okri. Now, you know, Ben Okri is a Booker Prize winning author, and his An African Elegy actually finds strength and hope while reflecting on the complex issues that have plagued Africa. Basically, how you try to find the positives in everything, that is what an African Elegy will tell you, okay? I want to find the strength and hope even in this time of distress and corruption. That is an African Elegy by Ben Okri, a poetry collection, okay? This takes us to question number 8. In the Ditch is a novel by A. Buchi Emechita, B. Alice Walker, C. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Tell me. In the Ditch is a novel by A. Buchi Emechita, published in the year 1972. In the Ditch is the story of Ada, who marries a Londoner. Okay, this takes us to question number 9. Sea Grapes is a poetry collection by Sea Grapes is a poetry collection by A. Chinua Achebe, B. Wole Soyinka, or D. Derek Walcott. Sea Grapes is a poetry collection by C. Derek Walcott. And here in this poem, actually Odysseus and his journey is used as an allegory. So remember this, Sea Grapes uses Odysseus and his journey as an allegory, and this is composed by Derek Walcott. Question number 10. Idu is a novel by, Idu is written by whom? A. Alice Walker, B. Flora Nwapa, C. Buchi Emechita. Idu is by option B, Flora Nwapa. Idu is a 1970 novel, and the second novel, which is authored by Flora, who is a Nigerian novelist. And this Idu talks about Idu, who is a young woman in Nigeria whose husband has died, but she wants to reunite with him. How will she reunite with her dead husband? This is what you will know in Idu by Flora Nwapa. So 10 questions are done, 10 more to go. I have compiled 20 questions from African literature. I hope you are liking it. If you are, kindly comment, and if you love it, and if you still haven't subscribed to our channel, Vallath by Dr. Kalyani Vallath, you must do it right away. Question number 11, based on African literature series, Ezeulu is the protagonist in A. Things Fall Apart, B. Arrow of God, C. No Longer at Ease. I have done this capsule summary. Do you remember Ezeulu? Ezeulu, who says that we all are arrows of God, and it is God who can plant us, who can play with us, because we are his arrows. So Ezeulu is the protagonist in option B, Arrow of God. In this, Ezeulu is the chief priest of several Igbo villages in colonial Nigeria. And how Ezeulu is a proud man. He confronts colonial powers. Even he has his own limitations, okay? He confronts all the Christian missionaries, and the year is 1920s. And if you want to see the capsule summary of Arrow of God, click on this link below, okay? Question number 12. Which was the debut novel of Ngugi wa Thiongo? A. Petals of Blood, B. Weep Not Child, C. Devil on the Cross. Debut novel of Ngugi wa Thiongo is option B, Weep Not Child, published in the year 1964 by Ngugi, who's a Kenyan author, and this was his first novel, which he published under the name of James Ngugi. Okay, James Ngugi. Remember this also. Question number 13. Desertion is a novel by, Desertion is by A. Wole Soyinka, B. Abdul Razak Gurna, C. Buchi Emechita. Desertion is by option B, Abdul Razak Gurna. He is a Tanzanian-born British novelist, and Desertion was published in the year 2005. Question number 14. What is the job of Lakunle in The Lion and the Jewel? Lakunle is option A, a school teacher, B, a farmer, or C, a potter. Lakunle in The Lion and the Jewel is A, school teacher. This play, The Lion and the Jewel, basically starts with the scene when Lakunle is teaching a class, and Sidi, who is the jewel in this novel, she is seen carrying a pail of water on her head. And I have done The Lion and the Jewel, a very, very, very brief, concise, but beautiful summary. Yes. So you should watch it. Just click on the link below for The Lion and the Jewel play. Question number 15. A Man of the People is a novel by A. Chinua Achebe, B. Wole Soyinka, or C. Ngugi wa Thiongo. A Man of the People is by A. Chinua Achebe, published in the year 1966. And what does A Man of the People depict? It is the story of an educated person called Odili, and his conflict with Chief Nanga, his former teacher. So A Man of the People has Odili, a Chief Nanga, published in 1966, a novel by Chinua Achebe. Let's move on. Question number 16. Ayi Kwei Armah is a writer from, I like, the name. Ayi Kwei Armah. Ayi Kwei Armah is from A, Nigeria, B, Kenya, C, Ghana. Tell me. It is option C, Ghana. Ayi Kwei Armah is a Ghanaian writer, best known for his novels, The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born. This is one of his very important novels, the capsule summary of which has been covered on our channel. To watch The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born, click on the link. Question number 17, we're almost done. Which South African anti-apartheid activist and Nobel laureate wrote the novel Disgrace? Basically, who has written Disgrace? A. Nadine Gordimer, B. J.M. Coetzee, C. Chinua Achebe, or D. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie? You know it because we've done it together as a summary on YouTube channel. You know it. Disgrace has been done by me. It is by option B, J.M. Coetzee. Disgrace won the Booker Prize, and it is a story of a proud white South African professor, David Lurie. David Lurie is a professor. How he faces disgrace because of his attitude in life. Okay. To watch the novel Disgrace, kindly click on this link. This takes us to question number 19. In which North African country does the novel The Stranger by Albert Camus take place? Okay. Basically, The Stranger, okay, where is The Stranger located? Where does the story of The Stranger take place? A, Nigeria, B, Egypt, C, Algeria, or D, Morocco? The Stranger's place of action is C, Algeria, which is a country in North Africa. And the last question of the day, based on African literature, Half of a Yellow Sun is a novel by which Nigerian author? A, Buchi Emechita, B, Sefi Atta, C, Flora Nawapa, or D, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie? Half of a Yellow Sun is by option D, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. And Half of a Yellow Sun talks about the Biafran War through perspectives of different people in this novel. Okay, easy. Did you gain the insight into African literature? I hope you did. I'm sure you did. This is Hina from Team Vallath. Take very good care of yourself. Very soon, we will start with another series on our channel. Okay, it's going to be great. See you very soon. Bye-bye.